All right, CJ, here's part 2 of today's notes. Remember, we're working with fractions in the real world, so I'm going to do a couple of these problems and then leave a couple to you. But again, we're using the theme of NBA 2K and Madden. So a Gatorade recipe calls for 3 1/3 cups of water. If LeBron wants to make 2 times the normal amount, how much water should he use? So the 2 times should hopefully give you a hint that we're multiplying here. So we're going to say 3 1/3 cups of water times 2. Right? So first we got to change these to improper fractions. So 3 times 3 plus 9, that will give you 10 over 3. And then to change that to a fraction, to make a whole number of fraction, you just put over 1. So times 2 over 1. Go ahead and multiply straight across because there's nothing I can cross cancel here. So 10 times 2 and 3 times 1. 10 times 2 is 20. 3 times 1 is 3. This is improper, so let's go ahead and say how many times does 3 go into 20? Well, it goes in there 6 times with 2 left over. So how many cups of water should LeBron use? He should use 6 2/3 cups of water to make 2 times the amount of Gatorade to fuel him dunking all over the Warriors. All right. Each dunk in NBA 2K results in 2.5 XP points for your player. I don't know. I heard about XP points someplace. I think like they give you boosts in like speed or whatever. You recently played a game where you had 3 dunks. How many XP points did you earn that game for the dunks? So if each one gives you 2.5 XP points, think about it. Okay, you had 3. This is a multiplication problem, right? So 3 times 2.5. So again, you are going to go ahead and say, all right, times 2 plus 4. This I can change to a fraction, just make it 3 over 1 times. And this is now an improper fraction of 1 plus 4 is 5 over 2. Keep the denominator, right? Anything I can cross cancel here? No. So I'll just multiply straight across. 3 times 5 is 15 over 2. Let's change that to a mixed number now. 2 into 15, 7 times with 1 left over. So you earned 7 1/2 XP points to do something with them. I don't know, make your player get a new pair of shoes. And I don't know what happens on NBA 2K. All right, so now let's cross over from multiplying fractions to dividing fractions, right? John Wall, Kyrie, making Steph look a little silly there. All right, so let's just imagine, this would never happen, but let's just imagine Mr. Mason brought an Xbox to school for the A's and B's students to play. The academic day at CGA is 8 hours long. How many games can be played? This should be an if each game lasts 1/4 an hour. So we're saying how many games can we fit into this 8-hour time slot? That's division. So 8 divided by 1/4. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and say, all right, 8 is really 8 over 1. And then we're going to go ahead and keep this division problem just for now. And we know when we divide fractions, we have to flip it. So our new problem should be 8 over 1, not dividing by anymore, times, and we flip this fraction to 4 over 1, right? We flipped it. Right? Nothing I can cross cancel, so we multiply straight across. 8 times 4 is 32. 1 times 1 is 1. So I could do 32 games in a day if they each lasted 1/4 of an hour. For the A's and B's student. Now, this 1, remember, was because 1 times 1 is 1, not just because we kept the denominator. Right? Let's do another one. Mr. Mason dedicates part of the bookshelf to store Xbox games. The shelf is 9 3/4 inches long. Each Xbox game is 3/4 inches wide, right? They're kind of narrow, thin. How many games will fit on one shelf? So again, I have this bookcase right here, right? And here's the shelf, and I'm saying, all right, how many Xbox games? This bookcase is 9 3/4 long. How many 3/4 can I fit in here on the shelf? So again, this is a division problem. 9 3/4, each game divided by 3/4. So 9 3/4 divided by 3/4. Again, an alarm should go off in your head and say, I gotta change that to an improper fraction first. So times 4, which is 36. So I have 39 over 4 divided by 3/4. And then you should always write this step down. Now flip it. So I get 39 over 4. That stays the same, right? Times, not division anymore. And now division, I flip this to 4/3. So now we can cross cancel, right? We have 4 and 4, they become 1. And 39 and 3, I can actually divide by 3. So that becomes a 1, and this becomes a 13. So 13 times 1 is 13. 1 times 1 is 1. So I could fit, I'm going to bring this over here, I could fit 13 games onto that bookcase. All right? You guys have this one and this one to do. Those are both division problems. Work those out. Make sure improper fraction or mixed numbers become improper fractions. And you have these two to do, which are multiplication problems. Again, mixed numbers should become improper fractions before you try and multiply. All right? Good luck.